Tails. Tails. Player 2? Okay. Perfect. Big Bird chose player 2. You can go back to the stages.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen, to establish our top 8. It's Xian versus Big Bird. Going back into it now, Vicious with Ringe to kind of take you on a little guide as to what to expect. Xian already kind of trying to release the tension we saw with the camera cut. And of course, Big Bird as ready as ever. He may not see it, but he's got that composure. DJ versus Marisa. This, man, I think about it all the time. Oh, man, this can't be good.
Yeah, 100%, man. Whenever you see Marisa on the other side of the screen, it's always, this can't be good, bro. The damage output. But, you know, let's not just gloss over DJ's damage, right? This character, also one of the most damaging characters in Street Fighter 6 so far. So I want to see. It's going to be a slugfest, to say the least. My man, Big Bird, did get that Attitude Era pop, though. So, you know, this home region is on his side. But, man, yeah, the Marisa, I mean, people are going to make less and less mistakes as this game goes on, right? And I feel like Big Bird has already kind of fallen victim to that. That's why we've seen him be so successful as the game launches, and he's still extremely successful now, and that's nothing to take away from his player skill. I think that's kind of a limitation of the character. However, you make one mistake and you get deleted. That's always going to be a huge pro for Marisa.
Same could slightly be said against DJ as well. If you kind of get caught in the lights, especially with the just cool mix-ups that Xian really likes to utilize, he can lead to a lot of safe jump pressure, but also kind of implement some of these throws. He has one of the more dominant throw loops in the game, in my opinion, too. So we're going to see if that ever really comes to fruition with Xian. But overall, I feel like there's a lot of instances where DJ doesn't get more than like 3 hits to kind of blow up any of the armor from Gladius. I don't think there's a lot that DJ can do down below, especially to kind of interrupt other than the sweep. And overall, I think that the whiff punish game, perhaps I think DJ might have the actual benefit here because of that standing roundhouse. If Big Bird happens to whiff any sort of Gladius in front of DJ's face, you can expect some big damage. But overall, I kind of want to see what Big Bird's strategy is against the dreaded drive rush from DJ. That is the most talked about drive rush approach that we've had since Street Fighter 6 had released, right?
Yeah, straight up since the launch, right? DJ, fastest drive rush in the game. So how prepared is Big Bird going to be to check? How is Xian going to manipulate him in that way, right? Is he going to bring the drive rusher short, catch Big Bird whiffing a big button, trying to cut it off at the pass? There's a lot of mind games here between these two characters and between these two players. Obviously, two of the top level fighting game players to ever exist. Big Bird, Red Bull Kumite South Africa champion. Xian, former EVO champion. Let's get it.
That was sick of anime proportions. That was so well deserved for these two.
Already checking the Superman punch. He did trade with it, but at least he didn't get bullied for free. We are in the corner now. Speaking of bully, the Gladius hitting.
Oh, no.
He didn't charge it all the way, right? I think he was just late on the whiff punish because of that. Already great manipulation from Big Bird. Let's get the command grab established as well.
You know what's really interesting about that kind of setting the pace? With Drive Rush Fierce, you can drive impact that on reaction, but it's so hard to react.
Yeah, 100%, man. And for him to bring it out this early, and again, the Gladius, he's actually manipulating Xian around these whiffs super well.
Oh, the safe jump gets blown up. It was an empty jump at that. Big Bird tried to take advantage of it. We talked about the just cool, getting the punish counter. Look at the damage, but more so the carry. He tried to backdash, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe, but he's cornered himself at this point, and what a call out on that parry attempt. And a call out again on the wake up level 2. Starts off with a drive rush, optimal punish.
Damn. Using the rest of that drive gauge, making it hurt. We're starting to see it, right? The damage output on both can be absolutely tremendous. What a stop with the drive rush too far up. Too far out, I should say.
Unfortunate, didn't get that, but we see Xian immediately confirm it to level 3 here. Wants to use it early on to really set the tone and pace for round 3, right? He's gonna have the drive meter advantage, he's gonna have the health bar advantage. Ooh, and that's gonna be a big drive meter advantage now after throwing the parry. Gets him with the drive impact, burns him out. I love that, the walk forward, let as much drive meter build back as possible. Super optimal from Xian here.
Level 1? No, not gonna spend it. Oh, he is! That late, that's so sick!
My goodness, bro. Yeah, he burns himself out in the process, and it can all come crashing down, bro. It's so scary right now. Big Bird on the verge of 3 bars. Yeah, you can't make a mistake.
No way!
The drive rush anti-air.
Level 3 also is ready.
That's mad damage, catches him low, and Big Bird, just like that, brings it back.
didn't even need to spend the meter. I think the threat overall with the drive gauge was more than enough to get Cien shaking in his boots, choosing movement, choosing jumps where he shouldn't have.
And that's one of the things, right? Often players will burn themselves out if it puts their opponent on life support, if it puts them very low on health. Against Marisa, you can't do that, bro. You can't even afford to go to burnout if she has a pixel left, because that comeback is always in the cut.
Whoa. Going to the next round, the Superman punch in, not ready for it. He was backing up just a little bit, but it's so... Oh, the perfect parry.
Uh-oh, bro.
Demakairis, sit him down.
And you want to talk about scaling, it's all right. When Marisa gets the perfect parry, it's not that bad. But speaking of which, the safe jump, I don't think that was a punish counter, right? It was definitely a safe jump, so he was probably +2. Maybe Big Bird tried to jump out of a throw attempt, then Xian caught him jumping.
Perhaps, yeah. You have a valid point on that safe jump specifically. Quadriga push him to the corner. The back throw instead for Xian. Big Bird was trying to bait something out, perhaps an up kick, who knows? Not your turn yet.
Oh, and then catches him trying to interrupt the string.
Ah, that's such a sharp angle too that it's so scary to even utilize back heavy kick at that point. You got a safe jump setup as well. No, it's a frame kill. Big Bird thought the same. Perhaps he tried to jump out of the corner thinking he was safe, but Xian has been using that frame kill against all of his opponents with the crouching heavy punch into the heavy fireball.
That's super sick right there. After the perfect parry, Big Bird, I'm not sure what happened, just ended up winding up a Gladius. Both players, though, they recognize the danger of each other's characters. Yeah, just a little bit quicker on the trigger on the drive rush there. Oh, doesn't interrupt. The OD just cool. Ends up getting caught. Oh.
And it's so scary too. Big Bird is constantly getting checked with movement. You saw that earlier. Xian now utilizing the just cool low as well. Plus frames on that. He delayed on the crouching heavy punch, looking for a counter strike from Big Bird. So low on the drive gauge for both. The burnout is going to be significant. More so for Big Bird now, especially after this level 3. You're sending him to the corner by default.
Now, the thing that Xian has in his back pocket is those 3 meters, right? He's going to pop off here. Big Bird can't be too linear about his approach. You see Xian buffering. That's why DJ was grooving in the corner right there. He wants the spot any driving pass. Going to get level 3 right there. Xian was buffering that whole time. Exactly what he was looking for. No bully ball here. Take that back. Man, that was so sick right there. Xian able to tie up the set off of it. He was showing his hand a little bit with the buffers, right? Big Bird thought because he maybe hesitated a little bit, threw off his rhythm, didn't immediately go into the level 3 that he could catch him off guard, but nah, Xian's too sharp.
And it's understandable as a warrior, right? Big Bird's kind of thinking to himself, I gotta check him, right?
Yeah.
He's showing me he might be bluffing. I want to see if he's actually ready for it, because then it'll be data into the next round.
Oh no,
you hit the whole
back
thing?
fierce. All right, well, goodbye.
That was a counter hit.
Yeah.
Don't get grabbed, please. Don't get in. Oh, back
next
heavy
round.
punch again. Go next. That's the classic.
19-second round.
Ugh.
Peace out.
GG's, no read. Well, you're forced to read. You know what I'm saying?
Great, another good check on the drive rushes. Oh, and then set him up with a command throw right to the back of the head.
Being fold, illegal maneuvers, and fold again, making him look like origami.
I love it, baby. You can put the plus frames on him. Oh, the Gladius anti-air as well. Just caught Xian trying to press something when he landed. Big Bird gonna clean up that game. Almost in as quickly as he did the first round. 19-second round the first time, 22nd round in round 2.
Jeez, dude. 40 seconds, just about 40 seconds in total for that game. Big Bird, you monster.
Oh, man, you can see, man.
What kind of streets is this? It's not Sesame. That's for sure.
We fighting out here, bro. Already to the corner against Xian.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's plus frames. He thought maybe Xian would pop off with an OD up kicks, but just holsters it for now. Fights his way out of the corner solidly.
Let's turn out to the target combo and fold again. We're starting to see some blatant weaknesses in Xian's defense. But now that he's going to be a little bit jump happy, it's going to be difficult for... Oh, okay, wait.
And Big Bird's so good at using these drive rushes to just keep his opponent off guard. Now both players in burnout here. Oh, the whiff punish on the Gladius.
And he tried to bait a button at a Big Bird. No response to the fake the fake up kicks.
Oh, again.
Let's do again. Oh, boy.
Wow. And because Big Bird didn't pop off on the last +2 Sobot, he was like, okay, surely Xian will try to press his advantage this time since I didn't, right? But man, Xian ever patient, baiting out the super. That was so good.
Yeah, even in burnout, it makes it that much worse in regards to the plus frames too, right? So I totally understand the bust out. Oh, that was sick.
The fake. Overhead though, drive rush overhead has been blocked multiple times, tries to go into the command grab perhaps. Xian instead gonna combo into this level 3. This lead is huge now.
You drive rush forward, but there's nothing to fear, right?
Is the lead ever huge against Marisa? That's the real question though.
Uh-oh. Oh, no punish, no whip punish from Sen. Wasn't ready for it.
Surprising, his whip punishes have been so on point in this game, but you can't check the drive rush every time, man. Chien gonna tie up the set with that one.
Oh, man. We gotta take some time for this one, I think, if you're Big Bird. Unless they're going right back into it. Is the momentum going to be enough to deter Big Bird? No, it's just going right back into it. Already starting things off. Sen pretty aggressive with the drive rush thus far. It's gonna be the back throw from Big Bird, knowing full well after that target combo, it's his turn. He struck him last time. Did Makaira sit him down? Back heavy punch. Bunch of drive gauge just depleted.
Exactly, that drive gauge damage coming in from these big fierces and the Gladius. You can't just sit there and keep blocking Marisa, man. Oh, and you definitely can't sit there and block that command grab. Set point for Big Bird.
We gotta see an explosive response from Sen. The up kicks is there. He was charging since round 1.
Yeah, for real. Firmly planted on the down back, but what an interruption with the perfect parry on the light string. Ridiculous.
That was something that was established in Beta 2. It's like, you gotta use this on defense. You have to have this in your repertoire. I feel like people forgot about that.
Yeah, for real. You can't just let people press these lights for free on you. Big Bird again, the plus frames all day, trying to bet Chien into something, but he's not biting. Indeed. Oh, Big Bird. Oh, this is done here. Yeah, wall bounce. You already know what it is. Big Bird survives. He's going to be moving on into the top 8. Middle East, stand up for your boy.
That's Marisa in a nutshell. She opens you up once, and you're pretty much on to the next round. Now, consider the amount of damage that DJ does have. I feel like Marisa has way more openings to kind of get you caught up in the lights with the counter pokes that she has. But man, Chien, still, what a performance bringing it that close.
Yeah, absolutely. You heard the respect that the crowd showed Chien as well. I mean, he is one of the most decorated fighting game players to ever be in this genre. Big Bird, however, the accolades continue to stack up for him as well. I can't wait to see what he does for the rest of this tournament. Let's go to our interview.